Welcome students in our continuation subject History, Standard 7th, Chapter number 10, The Expansion of Maratha Power. Students, this is a video second. So let's begin with our first point of this video, Balaji Vishwanath. After Shahu Maharaj was released by the Mughals, he made Balaji Vishwanath a Peshwa. Balaji hailed from Srivardhan in Konkan. He was competent and experienced. He convinced many Sardars that Shahu Maharaj was the real heir of the Maratha Empire and made them join hands with him. Kanhoji Angre was the chief of Maratha Navy. He chose to side with Maharani Tarabai and attacked the territories of Shahu Maharaj. This gave rise to a difficult situation. Under these circumstances, Shahu Maharaj sent Balaji to fight against Kanhoji Angre. Balaji avoided the war and won Kanhoji over to Shahu Maharaj's side. Students, let's learn more about Balaji Vishwanath Bhatt. Balaji Vishwanath Bhatt, better known as Shrimanta Peshwa Balaji Vishwanath, the first of series of hereditary Peshwas hailing from the Bhatt family, who gained effective control of the Maratha Empire during the 18th century. Balaji Vishwanath assisted a young Maratha emperor, Shahu, to consolidate his grip on a kingdom that had been racked by civil war and persistently intruded on by the Mughals under Aurangzeb. He was called the second founder of the Maratha state. Later, his son, first Bajirao, became the Peshwa. Now let's learn more about how did he get appointed. How did he get appointed as Peshwa? Okay. Next, Shahu turned to subdue the Angres. Tukoji Angre had commanded Chhatrapati Shivaji's navy and was succeeded in 1690 by his son Kanhoji Angre. Kanhoji received from Tarabai the title of Sarkhel or Koli, Admiral of the Maratha fleet. Kanhoji seized the opportunity of war between Tarabai and Shahu to effectively free himself of the suzerainty of either. Instead, he captured the major trading center of Kalyan and the neighboring forts of Rajmachi and Lohagarh. Shahu sent a large force under his Peshwa or chief minister Bahiroji Pingre. Kanhoji defeated Pingre and imprisoned him at Lohagarh and started to advance towards Shahu's capital Satara. Shahu commanded Balaji again to raise another army to subdue Kanhoji. Balaji preferred the path of negotiation and was appointed as Shahu's plenipotentiary to negotiate with the admiral. Balaji and Kanhoji met at Lonavala. The newly appointed Peshwa appealed to the old sailors' patriotism for the Maratha cause. Angre agreed to become the Sarkhel means admiral of Shahu's navy with control of the Konkan. Balaji and Angre then jointly attacked the Muslim Siddis of Janjira. Their combined forces captured most of the Konkan coast, including Balaji's birthplace of Srivardhan, which became part of the Angre fiefdom. Delighted with Balaji's success, Shahu dismissed Bahiroji Pingade and appointed Balaji Vishwanath as Peshwa on 16th November 1713. In this way, Balaji Vishwanath became as Peshwa. Got it, everyone? Okay, now let's learn next point, Chauthai and Sardeshmukhi rights. Okay, so after strengthening the position of Shahu Maharaj in Maharashtra, Balaji turned his attention to the politics in the north. The Delhi court, after the death of Emperor Aurangzeb, was marked by bickering and confusion. The Sayyid brothers Abdullah Hasan and Hussain Ali had become very influential. With their help, in 1719 CE, Balaji obtained from the Mughal emperor the grants or sanads to collect Chauthai and Sardeshmukhi from the Mughal territory in the Deccan. These sanads gave the Marathas the rights to collect 1/4 part means Chauthai and 1/10 part means Sardeshmukhi of the revenue from the Mughal territory in the Deccan. Okay, now let's understand about Chauthai and Sardeshmukhi. There existed power vacuum in the Mughal Empire caused by the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 and that of his successor Bahadur Shah, leading to continual internecine conflict within the imperial family and the leading Mughal grandees. Farrukh Siyar came to the throne in 1713 with the help of the two powerful nobles Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan and Sayyid Abdullah Khan. Claiming descent from the Islamic prophet Muhammad, the Sayyid brothers had turned kingmakers in the Mughal court. Soon after, differences arose between them and the Emperor Farrukh Siyar, and while the Mughals were intriguing in the civil war between the factions of Shahu and Tarabai, the Marathas themselves became a major factor in the quarrels between the emperor and the Sayyids. To rid himself of the tutelage of the Sayyids, in 1718, Farrukh Siyar dispatched Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan as Viceroy of the Deccan with orders to restore Mughal authority over the south. Farrukh Siyar sought the patronage of Marathas, which by then had conquered most of India and were planning to dispose of the Mughal throne in the Delhi. Hussain Ali Khan found himself harried by the Marathas, who restored to their traditional guerrilla tactics. Unable to defeat the Marathas in a pitched battle and weary of chasing after constantly marauding Maratha horsemen, Hussain Ali Khan sought to make peace with the Marathas. Now let's understand about Chauthai and Sardeshmukhi. In July 1718, Balaji negotiated a Maratha-Mughal treaty with Hussain Ali Khan, demanding the Maratha right of Chauthai, means 1/4 of revenues, and Sardeshmukhi means an additional 10% of revenues of the old Mughal provinces of the Deccan. To this, Balaji Vishwanath added the demand of Chauthai and Sardeshmukhi over the rich provinces of Gujarat and Khandesh, and the restoration of Chhatrapati Shivaji's conquests in Karnataka. In return for which Balaji promised that Shahu would acknowledge the nominal overlordship of the Mughal emperor, and the Marathas would provide a force of 15,000 armed horsemen to the Mughal Empire. To these audacious demands, Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan readily agreed, with a view to utilize the Maratha soldiers to their advantage in their struggle with the emperor. Now, next point is first Bajirao. After the death of Balaji Vishwanath, Shahu Maharaj appointed Balaji's son first Bajirao, the Peshwa, in 1720 CE. He expanded the Maratha Empire during his term of 20 years. Now students, let's understand how first Bajirao became Peshwa. Okay, so Balaji returned in triumph from Delhi to Satara, having also secured the release after decades of Mughal captivity. The mother Yasubai, wife Savitribai, and half-brother Madan Singh of Shahu. Weary from his labors and the tiresome journey back from the imperial capital, Balaji Vishwanath's health began to fail. In October 1719, he obtained leave from Shahu to retire to the village of Saswad near Pune that had been granted by Shahu to the Peshwa. Balaji Vishwanath died on 12th April 1720. He was succeeded by his elder son, the celebrated first Bajirao, who was appointed Peshwa by Chhatrapati Shahu. Students, in this video we have learned about Balaji Vishwanath, Chauthai and Sardeshmukhi, about first Bajirao, how he became Peshwa. I hope you have understood. Thank you.